Miss Coffee, the Master Showcase, let's go. I'm basically just going to try and put her with as many characters. Really, it's really just going to be, Wriothesley, Nevi, Ayaka, Ganyu, and I don't think that there's any other characters that I have that would work with her. I'm doing this wrong, but it doesn't, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, chat. Don't worry about it too much. Don't look too much into it. 40,000 from Miss Coffee here. However, that's not really her damage, right? So 25,000, 24,000 is where her damage lies. So not bad whatsoever. Not awful at all. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get into, I guess, the next team, which I think we will go ahead and do Wriothesley. Okay, so I'm not really going to care about my HP totals too much. Sure, we're starting at 50% HP, whatever. This is more just so you guys can see sort of the kind of damage that she's doing on all these teams, which, to be fair, it's, a lot of the teams are just the same team, right? But we'll see. We'll see, chat. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm going to do that, and we're going to pop this. I don't think, yeah. All right, so here we are. Yeah. Not bad, 120,000 from Wriothesley. Yeah, his smaller normals don't do nearly a lot of damage, but I mean, yeah, I could see the argument that Ayaka's better. I definitely can. But then again, we did quite a chunk more damage than than Ayaka. But, I'm a lot more heavily invested into my Wriothesley, obviously. Alright, so here we are with a team for Nevi. It's not a team that I would ever use because I think this team, you lose so much personal damage from Nevi, and you just sort of force yourself into single targetness, which is not what Nevi wants to do. I would say this is pretty bad. I didn't realize I put Shinha on here instead of Miss Coffee. That was about to be a weird showcase. So now, let's seriously look at what Nevi can do. I am interested. I am certainly interested. Let's go ahead and see. Come on, be like 80,000 damage. Come on. It really isn't much of a change. It really isn't. It genuinely, I think we're going up like 10,000 more, but not that much of a change. Kind of crazy. Well, yep, I still stand by what I said. I don't think his freeze team, for people who invest a little more into their characters, is going to be, what they use. Yep, he's on the HP sands. All right, well, it's just that. All right, so I think now we can go ahead and we're gonna go give Ganyu her stuff. And yeah, this will probably be the last time I use my C0, Miss Coffee, because I genuinely do think that it's just better if I C1 her, and then we can get a real idea of how crazy this character is, right? Because I haven't been factoring into the 60% crit damage for freeze team, right? So Wriothesley would get 60% extra crit damage, which I have not seen on his freeze team. So that's one thing I have to look at. Honestly, I don't think Ganyu is going to be a character that I I don't see it. I also don't know the proper full rotation for this. I feel like it's a weird combination of press, Shinha's E skill before and then hold it when you get back to her or something at the start. Yeah, no, we're going to go ahead and do this. That was how much? 44,000, 69,000. Where is he? Oh, God. Yeah. It's also hard to see. Yeah, when everything is blue and the capybara is blue, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I believe that was with the correct build, right? Yeah, it was with the correct build. It's only on Wanderer's Troop, though, so it's not amazing, right? But yeah, not awful. I mean, that's 100,000 damage charge attack. She does a couple of those, right? That pushes her quite a bit higher. Okay, so here is a team that you can run. Realistically, there is not, you could run any character here in this slot here with Kokomi, right? But I figured I would show off the Yelan plus Furina variant because it's a strong, just, sub DPS option. Actually, yeah, never mind. We're not going to have Kokomi here because it's redundant to have two healers. Really, I just wanted Kokomi for, the interruption resistance and stuff. But, you could also have, Sweet Ollie here. But let's go ahead and let's see Wriothesley, man. Let's see how he looks on this team. Because if, Yelan does a lot of damage, then it's going to be maybe worth it, right? We'll have to see how much Wriothesley's damage goes down. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do all of this. And, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Yelan, you don't have your bow, do you? 25,000. No, she's doing 10,000. Yeah, she doesn't have her. She doesn't have her bow, does she? Yep. Nope. Or at least not the bow that I would give her, right? So 10,000 with Favonius if you guys are interested in, you know, C0, R0 numbers. And Wriothesley's damage didn't go down that much, honestly. So technically, this, I think if you look at the before, or like the side-by-side comparison between the two, we did more damage to the Capybara on that team. Just because I really feel like it's a lot of, you know, Shinha doesn't really provide her buff for long. It's a good amount of a damage buff, but it's not like a long duration of damage buff. Let me go ahead and grab Aqua Simulacra off of Chaska, and let's see what the true damage that Yelan's going to be doing here is. I imagine it's going to be a decent chunk, right? So we should be looking pretty good. Let's go ahead. Let's grab all this. Yes, yes. All right, and let's grab this. Boom, heal everyone. And yeah, we can see 16,000 from Yelan here. Not awful, but also not the highest damage numbers I've seen of Yelan. And we see Wriothesley's only doing 59,000. Honestly, really bad numbers for Wriothesley. Just flat out, that's really bad. 59,000 charge attacks are just pathetic, right? And, you know, that's C3R1 kind of numbers. So that's even lower for our C1, you know, users, which is, you know, I am kind of not, you know, Wriothesley Freeze, man, it's just so bad. Comparatively to his melt team, man, it's so much better. Like his melt teams are just so much better beyond C1. I'm pretty confident that it's probably, you know, freeze teams for C0 Wriothesley. C1 though, as soon as you get consistent charge attacks that you get 200% damage bonus on, and then you have Mavwika who can do 800,000 damage on her Q, yeah, that's gonna be better than, you know, this team. It just is. Sorry. Wait, what? Huh? What? When? Hold on. We've got to check some stuff, chat. Apparently, I've misdone some things. Yeah, give me this. Okay. All right, chat. So I guess we have to retest Wriothesley and Nevi. Okay. Well, boys, that's it. That's all we have. Yeah, sadly, that is genuinely it, because like there's no other Hydro and Cryo characters. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time, I guess. Bye.